Hello, my name is Mariah and today we are going to be making laminated dough. We'll start out by cutting the butter sticks in half and then creating the butter block. It's not necessary to fold the sides, but it does help you kind of get an idea of how big to make the butter block. I always flour before I put the butter sticks down. It helps with some of the sticking that can happen. Okay, so now we're rolling it out, and I just roll it, keep rolling it. It'll take a little bit, but keep rolling it until it gets to the edges. If you have somebody that can hold on to the parchment paper, I found that works so much better. But if you don't, then just keep going and it'll work its way out there. Okay, so I have the butter block in the fridge now, and that is chilling. And then we are going to move on to rolling out the dough. I have made a sourdough dough for this recipe. I am making pan au chocolat. You can use this lamination technique with any lamination process that you croissants or Danishes. There's quite a few different things, but today I'm making pan au chocolat. So after you have that rolled out to the desired size, I have all the measurements and everything in my recipes. You will take the butter block out of the fridge and place it on top of that. Then you'll sandwich it in and make sure that the edges are sealed so that none of the butter rolls out when you are rolling it. Now, when making a laminated dough, you really want to ensure that your butter does not melt. If your butter melts, you're not going to get that nice lamination with the flaky layers and basically what you're looking for in a pastry. So make sure to be putting your dough in the fridge to cool, to get that butter cooled down. You don't want it to be too cold either, because then it doesn't roll out nicely. But if you follow the times listed, then you should have success with that. So as you can see in this video, I used a lower quality butter on this dough, and this is like the biggest difference that I can see with lower quality versus higher quality is those little spots that start coming apart. I feel like the lower fat content makes it so that the butter doesn't spread out in a thin layer but kind of breaks up. You still get a pretty good result, but if you want the best result possible, then definitely go with that higher quality, higher butter fat content butter. I usually like using either Tillamook, or there's a brand that our Walmart carries also. It's Vermont is the brand. So either of those I've had good success with. Okay, so this is the third and final roll and fold. So I did put a little bit of flour. I usually try to use the flour sparingly because it's not usually necessary. But if it seems like the dough is getting kind of sticky on top, you can just do the lightest sprinkle and then start working with your dough. The bench scraper helps a lot too, to just get the dough off of the counter. Okay, so now that we're done with our lamination process, I am just going to finish out the pan au chocolat on this video, and we are going to roll the dough out and cut it into our shapes. think I know why they use French rolling pins now, because as I was doing this I was like, maybe I need to invest in a French rolling pin, because you really have to get in there and encourage the dough to flatten. There are other kinds of chocolate that you can use for pain au chocolat, but I do enjoy just having these they're nice sticks. They're about 3 inches long. They're specially made for pain au chocolat, and I usually just put 2 in there, and it also kind of gives me a good gauge for how wide to make my chocolate croissants. I like using the bench scraper to cut the pastry, but you also could use like the pizza cutter wheels. Those would work well, or a sharp knife would probably also work. I'll just finish rolling up the rest of them. And I always set my croissants on my pan, or my chocolate croissants on my pan, so that the last roll is like faced down, if that makes sense. I tried a couple different flavors. The cinnamon sugar was actually pretty good. I didn't really care for the jam. It kind of just oozed out and wasn't that great. So. All right. Okay, so they're all shaped and ready to proof. So I will proof these for probably like 3 to 5 hours, and then I will pop them in the oven. And there they are. You can see the nice flaky layers from the lamination. I hope this video was helpful for you to learn how to laminate dough. Thanks for watching.